Hello, my dear students of class 6. In the previous class, we studied the parts of speech, and some of you have requested for a video lesson on verbs. So, dear students, I'm with a video lesson on verbs. I already told you in the previous class what's verb. Verb is action, word, or the word which expresses action is called verb. See here, a verb shows action. There's no doubt it tells what the subject does, like sing and shout. Action verbs are fun to do. Now it's time to name a few. So clap your hands and join our rhyme. Say those verbs in record time. Wiggle, jiggle, turn around, raise your arms and stomp the ground. Sack your finger and wink your eye. Wave those action verbs goodbye. These are action verbs. For example, these words show some kind of action or some kind of work. These are doing words. For example, cuffed. Cuffed. For example, if I cough, if I cough, there is some action or no? Yes. And if I clap, for example, if I clap like this is also what? Action. So such words are verb. Other examples are swallowed, awake, sang, ride, riding a bicycle or riding a motorcycle is an action. So ride is an action word. Ran, he ran fastly, it is also action. So ran is also a verb. To find the verb in the sentence, it's very easy. Firstly, you have to locate the subject. Then ask yourself, what is it doing? What is the subject doing? For example, the dog barked. What is the subject in this sentence? Dog. Now we have to ask ourselves, who? Dog. And what did the dog do? Barked. So, what did the dog do? Barked. So, barked is an action word. The verb is barked. It is what the dog is doing. Let's practice. The big lion roared loudly. So, to bring out the subject, we have to think who, and the answer comes lion. So, lion is the subject. What did the lion do? Roared. The verb is roared. It is what the lion is doing. So, what the subject is doing can be shown with the help of verb, or we can say that verb show or verb expresses what the subject is doing or what the subject has done or what the subject did. Let's practice again. The lighthouse shines brightly. What shines brightly? Lighthouse. What does the lighthouse do? Shines. It shines. So, shines is verb. The verb is shines. It is what the lighthouse does. So we come to know a lot about finding verb in a sentence. Let's practice again. The snowman waves his hat to us. Who? Snowman. So snowman is the subject. What did the snowman do? The snowman waves. He waves. Okay, so waves, the word waves is verb. It is what the snowman is doing. So here you have to find this sentence. In the sentence, Alexander takes his bath. Who is the subject? Alexander. And what is Alexander doing, or what does Alexander do? He takes. Alexander takes. He takes his bath. So the word takes is verb here. It is what Alexander is doing. Here Sally dances in the recital. Who dances? Sally. And what does Sally do? Dance. Dances. The verb is dances. It is what Sally is doing. Mrs. Smith arrives late. What's the subject here? Mrs. Smith. And what did Mrs. Smith do? Arrives. Mrs. Smith arrives. So the verb is arrives. It is what Mrs. Smith does. Stars shine brightly at night. What's the subject here? Stars. What did the stars do? Shine. And so the word shine is verb. The verb is shine. It is what the stars are doing. Time flies when you are having fun. What is subject? Time. What flies? Time. What does the time do? Flies. So the verb is flies. It is what time is doing. Tommy plays baseball every year. What is the subject here? Or who is the subject? Tommy. Okay. What does Tommy do? Plays. So plays is verb here. The verb is plays. It is what Tommy does. Let's practice. Jacob beats on his drum all day. Subject is Jacob here, and what Jacob does? What does Jacob do? Jacob beats. So beats is verb. The bumblebee buzzes near the flower. The bumblebee. So bee is the subject here, and what does the bee do? The bee buzzes. So a verb is buzzes. The verb is buzzes. It is what the bee is doing. Great thing it is that you have learned about verb. In the next class, I'll try to make you more clear about forms of verb and tense. Thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead.